What is up, everybody? Welcome back or welcome to Optimal Self Live. These are just little conversations, usually 5 to 8, maybe 10 minutes, that we put together so you and I can get together each and every day and just discuss a topic, discuss a quote, discuss a word, but more importantly, get together so that we can discuss things that are going to constantly lead us to being the best version of ourselves and ultimately to being our optimal self. So, welcome back. If you've been here before, thanks again for joining us. Thank you. It means the world to me to have you. And if it's welcome to, then welcome to it for the first time. I'm glad you're here, and hopefully you like what you hear, and you'll share it with your friends and tell people about it. Because the idea of optimal self is to build a platform to really build something that people can actually grab onto, gravitate towards, and a judgment free zone to really help one another get on the journey of being the best version of us. Get on the journey of allowing ourselves to have the opportunity to live the life that you deserve. Okay? Awesome. So here we go. Today, I want to talk a little bit about this word purpose, right? And basically, the gist of purpose is just having a clear vision of what you want. Because the moment you have a clear vision of what you want for your life, for your family, for your job, for your health, whatever that is, the moment you have a clear vision or a purpose, the behaviors are easy to follow. Think about this for a second. It's not the other way around. People get this confused all the time as they think I need to change behavior. But really what I need is my purpose. What I need is the clarity of what I want, the vision of what I want. And then I will attract or I will start to embody the behaviors that will get me there. Okay? So we got to have purpose. And I want to do the science of purpose for with you for a second. I want to go over three main components, and it's there. It should be on your page as well. And I want you guys to go come along with me for a second. So the three main components in the science of purpose is number one, it has to have personal meaning it has to mean something to you. No one can give you purpose. We tend to think, even with our children, that when we have children, that's now my purpose. Maybe, but not necessarily. Some of you maybe, I love the two greatest humans in my life are my two little girls. There's nobody on earth that will ever match that. No one. They are the living, breathing embodiment of me. But my purpose, the purpose of me here now, is because I'm on a mission to help others, inspire others to change behavior through belief and action so that they can be the best version of themselves. And that purpose drives me every day. And it drives me to be who I want to be. It drives me to live to my optimal self, to be striving to constantly being a better version of me every day because it's a constant, it's a work in progress. It's not always good, I promise you that. All right. So, number one, in your purpose, it has to have personal meaning. Make it mean something to you. And number two, it's got to be bigger than you. It can't just be about you. That's why material things don't work. That's why the car you drive or the zip code you live in or the shoes you have or the belt you're wearing or the bag you're carrying, it doesn't work. It doesn't give us that fulfillment. It doesn't give us because it has to be bigger than me. Your true purpose, your true life and that fulfillment has to be bigger than you. Okay? And then number three is it has to be future oriented. You got to have a clear goal in mind that is down the road. It has to drive you to there, right? So it's got to be personal. It's got to have personal meaning to you. It's got to be bigger than you, and it's got to be future, right? Because these are the things that will now give us purpose. And what happens is I start to look for that purpose. I start to get some clarity. I get some clarity on who I want to be. Because now every morning when I spin around and put my feet on the ground and take those first couple breaths of the day, I know what I know what my purpose is. I know what that vision looks like. And I get to come on here and spend this with you. This is right in alignment with everything that I want to bring to this world, everything that I want to be part of. I want to be part of this with you. And so that drives me every day. So again, living to your optimal self, what does that look like? Where is that purpose? And again, please don't think like, oh my God, I don't have a purpose. I don't have a life. That's not true. Because I want you guys to understand that having a clear vision of what you would like to see and how you would want it to be, it's a skill. It's something that we have to learn and we have to develop. Nobody just wakes up with it. Maybe something might hit you. You might have a dream, or you might have been thinking about something and you get a really big inclination. You're like, yes, that might happen. But for most of us, even like myself, it's something that has been created over time. And the skill of it, you can learn these skills. Remember that. You have the power to learn things. That's what I want you guys to understand is the growth of you or the success of you, as long as you remain in learning based, as long as you remain as a learner, right? Then you have the opportunity to have anything you want in this world because you can actually gain the knowledge, gain the skill so that you can create the world and the life that you want. Because you can learn anything, but you have to be willing, right? There is no stopping the growth. You're going to hit a ceiling all the time, but I'm going to tell you every single day you just got to get a little bit better, right? I always use the health analogy because it's obesity is so disgusting in our country because of what the FDA will allow in grocery stores, food that sits on shelves for years at a time that shouldn't be consumed. Different story. I don't want to go down that road with you, but we're fooled by them. And so obesity. So I always use health as an analogy when we talk about this because one good meal, your one good meal from going from eating that box of cereal, right, into maybe, depending on what you want, some sort of protein or some sort of quality fat, and you're one good meal away from starting on that journey. It doesn't take an overhaul. It takes one little thing, your fitness level. It takes one walk around the block. It takes one lunge, one squat, one push up. Keep adding on to them. That movement in your body, right? The movement, the exercise is the truth of it is that it is not just good for your body, it's actually better for your brain and what it does. So, again, finding your purpose, just remember it's a skill. You're going to learn it over time. But as you start to grow, because remember this, movement with intentionality creates possibilities. Ready for it? Movement with intentionality creates possibilities. When I say movement in this case, I'm not talking about exercise. I'm not even talking about moving your body. I'm talking about movement with intentionality in your life. Being intentional about what you eat, being intentional about what you listen to, being intentional about what you read. That's movement, moving towards things that are feeding you with positivity, feeding you with possibilities. Movement with intentionality creates possibilities. And the possibilities are endless. Why? Because you have such untapped potential inside of you that the world is just waiting for, that I am waiting for. I can't wait to learn from you because that's how this works. That's how powerful you are. And I'll say it. I know there may be times in your life where people didn't believe in you, where people said you couldn't do it. I've been there. I've been there, right? I was that 13-year-old little boy that looked at the coach and asked him why I didn't make the All-Star team. And he looked me straight in the face. He said, because you're not good enough. And that was a paradigm shift in my life because at that moment, I knew that I had to work harder. I knew that he was right, that I wasn't big, I wasn't fast, I wasn't strong. There were a lot of kids better than me. But fast forward, not one of those kids that made that all-star team, not one made it to Division One or professional baseball. Maybe because it was too easy for them and they didn't have to work at it. But I did. So I'm telling you right now, if this little boy from Antelope Valley, California, can make it, you're damn right you can have anything you want in your life as well. You're damn right you can. And I believe in you, and I know it's possible. So let's get our minds, let's get driven on the things that make you feel good, that make your body feel good, that make your mind feel good. Let's get into that kind of consumption. Let's start being purposeful. Let's start having intentional movement towards the things that we watch, we listen to, and we eat. And let's get it because it's going to create possibilities for you. And that's what I want, ultimate possibilities for you. All right? That's my time for today. That's what I got for you. Purpose, right? You know the science of it. Personal meaning, bigger than you, future oriented. Let's put it into play. Let's find that clarity so that your behaviors will match your goal. Find that goal, find that intuition, and let's get your behaviors to match it. All right? Again, I say this to you every time, and I'm going to say it again. I don't have the power to reach the people you do. I don't. But there's somebody in your life right now that's struggling. There's somebody in your life right now that is really, really needs a friend, that really needs something. And maybe you don't have it. Maybe just shoot this over to them. Send them a direct message, ask how they're doing, or post it on your page, and somebody that's friends with you that I don't know might see it, and it might change their life. It might give them a paradigm shift so that they can have the life that they deserve and be the best version of themselves. All right? Please comment. I love it. I love hearing it. Got a call from one of my good friends today, and I didn't even know that he was watching. And he said, "Man, I'm loving the videos." And I was like, "Oh my goodness, I didn't even know you were there." But so I'm enjoying it, man. Please let me know what you want to hear, what you want to see, and of course, as always, jump over to optimalself.today and get registered. It's just a pre-register. It doesn't cost you anything. There's nothing to it. Just pre-register so we can start to get you some more information on what's coming, what's futuristic, so that you have access to everything that we're about to bring to you. All right? Have an awesome, awesome night, and I will see you on Monday.